Good afternoon, everybody. And thanks, Jenny. I have to pay her so much for saying that, but anyway, it's okay. It's all worth it. Isn't she brilliant? Well done. You're doing a great job. You know, for a long time, I thought Jenny had something wrong with her neck because her head was always like this. And then I found that there was nothing wrong. She can hold her head up high now. And you know, this is part of our forever business. It's so brilliant. I'd be so blessed every time I see someone like Jenny stand here when you know what she was like a few years ago. And Emma, I know I cried when I heard about the dog. Because Emma's in our kitchen saying, please, Mommy, oh, please, Mommy, why can't we have a dog? And the next thing I get the text. This dog turned up the very next day. And Jenny loves the dog. So anyway, congratulations on everybody so far who's been on the stage. It's a great achievement to come into Forever. And I think as Jenny or somebody said, to have the courage. It takes courage to come into this business because over the years in network marketing, we've seen so many people who would love to do the business, but just don't have that courage. You know, fear stops them from doing it. So well done, everybody, and all the new supervisors. Well done. That's a start. Next, manager. Never mind assistant manager. Manager's the next one. And Pete, I just love the move. As Jenny says, I can run after them now. So, with a big stick. All right. Years ago, I don't know how many years ago, I had an operation on my back. And when I was leaving the hospital, I said to the surgeon, I can shop till I drop now, can I? And he said, you can't even rub a table. He says, just be careful. And you know, I couldn't shop till I drop, but I started taking the move. And I can now shop till I drop. It's an amazing product, absolutely amazing. I found I was out weeding the garden. I was doing housework that I couldn't do. I have somebody in doing the house. I don't like doing housework, but sometimes it's great when you're able. You know, when you haven't been able and you're able. So this product is an amazing, amazing product. So let's start. We usually have the information that we're putting up here on here. What happened? It's not on the podium. So I'm glad I took my notes with me. Okay. So why network marketing? Well, why not network marketing? To me, it's the most amazing business in the world, where anyone, it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, once you're over 18, you can start yourself into business and become a forever business owner and do what you want to do and go where you want to go, earn what you want to earn. That's what network marketing is. And 40 years ago, nearly 40 years ago, I went along to a day like today with a friend. At the time, we had a fast food business. We had 4 children at that time. We've 5 since. And since we got into Forever, no. But we had 4 kids and a fast food business, working about 12 or 14 hours a day. And I took this Saturday morning off to go to a morning like this. I was using these products from this company. I liked the products. They were good products. And I went along, and I just saw this excitement. And I said to Anne, the girl who brought me along, I said, how do you get on the stage? How are they getting those flowers and things? And she called her upline over and said, Pauline wants to know how you get on the stage. And they showed me. And I've been on the stage ever since. So that's a good. But I just thought that this was an amazing business, amazing industry where you could have a business with no staff, no overheads, come and go as you please, get up at the crack of noon, do what you like, and have work for a couple of years and have income for the rest of your life. So we got involved with that company, worked with the company for 10 years, made some money, and then this man came, ballyragged his way into our home one day, called Steve Critchley, And he wanted to show us this other business. I kept saying, no, 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 with this company, we stay with this company. But it was a small box of perfume, designer perfume, and our daughter was there and says, oh, Mommy, buy that box. It was £30 at the time. So we bought the box, started showing the box, and everybody wanted this box. So in a short space of time, we were making thousands of pounds from this business. So anyway, to make a long story short, over the 4-year period, making 14, 16, 17,000 pounds a month from this business. Bought the big house, bought the cars, bought everything. And then one day we get a call, the company's gone. So here we were, big house, big mortgage, had the life. It was a great life. When you're earning that kind of money, again, you can do what you like, go where you like. And then no income. So when Agnes, my friend, came with Forever, I sent her home. I said, go home, Agnes. I can't do this again. I really can't do this again. But you know, I thank God every day that she came back. And she came back with a video, and we watched the video. And in a short space of time, we started to make a lot of money in Forever and made Soaring Manager that first year. And then after 3 years in Forever, we were able to buy a house again. And we moved to the country and retired for a few years. Moved back to Dublin and reached Sapphire Manager. So this business has been absolutely amazing for us. And it can be for you. I tell you this so that you're in the same business, so you can do this as well. So why network marketing? Well, no employees. That's a big one. Because again, when we had the business, the convention business, employees, I know you're not all like this, but they just wouldn't turn up. And you had planned to do something, and you couldn't do what you wanted to do. And then many times, I just say the staff got paid when we didn't, because you had all the overheads. So here you have a business, you know, it costing less than €400, and you can make whatever you want to make. Okay. So low overheads and no startup, no special degrees. Thank God for that, because I left school when I was 14. So you don't have to have degrees. Unlimited income. You choose your income. And many people come into our business just to earn that €400 or €500, and that's brilliant. But it's amazing when you make that €500 how you get a little bit greedy. You want to make 1,000, and then you get greedier. You want to make 2,000. Tax advantages, I better not talk about that. I remember saying something about tax advantages one time, and Colin coming along saying, Pauline, that's not right. So I let Colin talk on those things. Time freedom. Time, isn't it freedom? Isn't it just wonderful to have this freedom to do what you want to do and go where you want to go? And the ability to leverage. Okay, so network marketing, as you see here, it's the highest grossing billion-dollar industry worldwide. Imagine that. If you look here at the NFL, 9.5 billion. The music industry, 16.5 billion. The organic products, 91 billion. The movie industry, 80 billion. And the video gaming industry, 67 billion. But look at network marketing. Like, these are all huge industries worldwide. And when you look at the network marketing industry, 167 billion. So are we in the right industry? Yes. Of course we are. As this Professor Paul Zane Pilzer says, the next trillion-dollar industry is the wellness industry, will exceed $1 trillion in the healthcare industry in the next 10 years. You know, as well, we came into Forever for the money. 25 years ago, we never heard of aloe vera. But what we found over a short space of time was we had amazing products. So we have the Rolls Royce in the network marketing industry. We have this company, Forever Living, as we know, just on 3 billion turnover last year. And then we have this industry that is just going places and will go places over the next 10, 20, 30 years. The emerging industry of wellness and network marketing are combining to create today's and tomorrow's new wealth. Who wants to be wealthy? Anybody here want to be wealthy? It's a lovely word, isn't it? And Paddy often says, you could be the first person in your family to accumulate wealth. Is that a nice thought? The growth of the health and wellness industry going into the trillions. $1 billion trend. So we are in the best industry in the world. And Jim Rohn says, network marketing is the big wave of the future. It's taking the place of franchising. Who here in the room would have 100,000 euros to start a business, a franchise business? Nobody. So it's taken the place of franchising, which now requires too much capital for the average person. And that's the beauty of network marketing. We can talk to anybody, any time of the day, and just by talking to them, we can change their life forever. You know, Agnes introducing us to the business, she changed our life. I often wonder, where would we be today if Agnes had not come back with that video? So again, if somebody says no to you, don't literally take the no. Especially when you know they could do the business and when they need this business. Everybody needs this business. It doesn't matter how much money you're making, because you can always have more. It doesn't matter. I'm not. Oh, there we go. We've gone through. I'm forgetting about this thing. And the reason I have notes is I can ramble, as some of them know. I can ramble and not get through this presentation at all. Just do my own thing. But anyway, there you go. All right. Are we on this one? No, there's Jim Rohn now. So remind me to press the button. Okay. So there he is. Who likes Jim Rohn? I love Jim Rohn. And he says, I think Jenny mentioned it, you know, really work more on yourself than you do on the job, because your business is between your two ears. It's not out there. It's not the people you sponsor. It's not your sponsor. It's not Rex Maughan or Bob Parker. It's you. So it's when you get the head right, everything else becomes right. You know, many people do ask us, how did you cope? You know, here we were driving out the driveway of this 7-bedroom house, games room, the whole deal, a mansion, driving out and saying goodbye to that house and moving into an old rented house. You know, how did you feel? How did you cope? Well, you know, many days I had to walk past the skip in that driveway to go and meet people. Because when we started the business, our friends and family said, we thought you were a bit crazy, all right, in that business, that pyramid thing. But now we know you're mad. Here you are going again. So there wasn't one of them supported us. They wouldn't buy a product. They wouldn't listen to us. So I had to put the smile on. You've heard smile if it kills you. Put the smile on and go out and talk to people. Why could I do that? Because my head was right. Our lives were messed up, but the head wasn't. So it's important for you to get your head right. You know, get your mindset right. And get those books and CDs that's out there. And work on yourself. Okay, there we go. It doesn't matter. Anybody can do it, as I said. So being an entrepreneur is neither part-time or full-time job. It's a lifestyle. And you've heard Shane already talk about the lifestyle. And I have some of those same pictures, Shane, but it's no harm in showing them. Anyway, talking about this lifestyle, it's just, I love the lifestyle of forever. I just love it. And that's why we keep doing it. It's the lifestyle that we have. We've traveled the world. With Forever, we've traveled to great places. I was just thinking, Pete and Nikki, we had a great time in South Africa on safari. We had an adventure. Did we have an adventure? We did. The coach broke down. We were sitting for so many hours in heat, but we had a good time. Had an absolute great time. So there you go. It's to be free. Freedom, and freedom is not free. have to pay a price for freedom. But with Forever and with network marketing, you can enjoy the price. You can enjoy your journey, and it's just a short journey to have this freedom. Yeah, there we go. Save the High Seas. This was Hong Kong some years ago. There's more of Hong Kong. Amazing. I could stay all day here. It was just brilliant, when I was getting some pictures ready for this presentation. I said to Paddy, we've really had an amazing journey with Forever, with all the great places we've been. Okay, there's swimming with the dolphins in the Bahamas. We arrived in the Bahamas, and the next thing there was a meeting in the ballroom in the hotel, and there was a hurricane on the way. So Aidan and Greg Maughan got us into the ballroom and said, we have planes coming in to take you out because there's a hurricane. And Lisa and Ian were with us, and Louise Riley, and they said, we're staying. Are you going to take a plane back? They were taking us back to Dallas. Are you going to take a plane back? I said, what are you doing? They said, we're staying. Okay, we'll stay as well. So everyone said we were mad, again, mad, crazy. And I remember Greg Maughan saying, Pauline, have you ever been in a hurricane? His eyes were huge. Have you ever been in a hurricane? And I said, no, Greg. And he says, it's not going to be very nice. I said, well, they're staying, so we're going to stay. So we had to sign a waiver to stay. So we got a chance to swim with the dolphins. Because the hurricane came, and it was horrific, but it went. And the next day, 2 days later, we were able to go out and swim with the dolphins. So you have to take chances in life. Don't be always playing it safe. Okay. This is Singapore, the infinity pool in Singapore, in the hotel. Absolutely amazing. Who'd like this lifestyle? Okay. And when you're in Singapore, you have to go to Raffles for afternoon tea. Okay. So that was us having afternoon tea in Raffles. And then another great trip was Hawaii. Shane mentioned Hawaii, and this was the helicopter trip. I said I'd never go in a helicopter. Oh no, I'd never go in a helicopter. But when Rex is paying for a trip in a helicopter, you have to go. Okay? So it was brilliant. Every year we take a cruise. Again, years ago, I don't know how many years ago, I was in the sitting room, as you heard. I do a training on a Monday morning. And I'm in the sitting room, and I said, I've set a goal. When you've achieved so much, this was a house, the car, debt-free. We'd achieved our goals. So what do you want after that? So I said, I have another goal now. I want to go on a cruise. I'm going to go on a cruise. We'd never been on a cruise. And then some of the business owners here will tell you, about 3 months later, I said, guess what? Forever's bringing us on a cruise. And Paddy doesn't like holidays. He just likes to be working all the time, even to this day. He just can't stay easy. Has to be doing something. So we went on the cruise, and he loved it. So we go on a cruise every year ever since. This year we went on an Arabian cruise around Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and so on, before we went on the Forever trip in Dubai. And then we came home, and we said to Paddy's family, who we go with every year, there's Dubai. I'll talk about that in a minute. I really need to be pressing this thing. Some of you had a good laugh when my son put the video up on me on the camel. Well, when I went up in the air, oh my goodness. You heard, I think the whole of Dubai heard the screams of me. All right, but it was an experience, These are all experiences. You wouldn't do these things, would you, normally? Well, I know I wouldn't be thinking of going to Dubai and Hong Kong and Singapore and everywhere else. So the reason I put this one up is you go to school. When you come into Forever, you go to school. This is a manager's summit. we have great fun as well. And it reminds, when I look at it, it's so funny, isn't it? But anyway, you go to school, and how you go to school is you have your car, you make your car a university for network marketing. Every time you sit into your car, you put a CD on. It should automatically come on when you turn the key. As I said, get this right and have the books. But it is great, great fun. Oh, I just missed, I passed by the cruise, didn't I, and Paddy's family in there. A few things back. Yeah, that's it. Now I'm ahead of myself. Okay. All right, I'm not used to having notes, but like I say, I have to have them. Otherwise, I'd have you here all day. All right. Another goal for you is the VIP group. And again, the beauty of the business is all the friends you make. You know, sometimes people say, I'm losing me friends. You know, if your friends aren't for you in this business, they're not your friends. So you make loads of friends in forever. Friends around the world. Pete and Nikki, they're our friends. Met them in South Africa. Isn't that brilliant? And then it all leads to, all these things lead to the checks. We've had, I think it's nearly $500,000 over a couple of years in chairman's bonus checks. Just this is just, imagine, we're talking about these trips and the lifestyle. This is what network marketing gives you. You know, you could have an amazing business. It's like our son has had an amazing business, a great business, very successful. And he was home 3 years ago. We were 50 years married 3 years ago. And he comes home for the All-Ireland every year. And he stayed on till October for the anniversary. He was home for a month. And he tells a story. He was just home last week and did some trainings. He was telling a story that when he went back, he thought, you know, he was talking to another successful man. And he says, do you know what? He says, we make plenty of money. He says, money is, you know, no bother to us. But we've no freedom. And this is what network marketing does. So he just put his business on the market at that time, and he just came into forever now, just on year maybe this month, for freedom. So this is Shane here now. And that's what, where can you have a business where you can go off when you want to go off. You can take off at your time. When we had the fast food business, when we went away, it wasn't worth going away because you came back to loads of problems. When we go away on these trips, and we go away quite a lot every year on other trips as well, it's beach money. There's a book there called Beach Money. You should buy it. You're lying on the beach, or you're going on these cruises and trips, and you're making money while you're there. You go shopping, and as you're spending the money, there's more money going into your bank account. Now, when you have a conventional business, I know Shane, when he'd come home with his conventional business, he'd always had his laptop with him and his phone, and there was always something wrong. In forever, the more you go away, you come back then, and somebody's gone supervisor or assistant manager or manager. You're making money all the time. So that's the beauty of it. You know, again, drive the car you want to drive. This was one of my goals from as soon as I saw network marketing. I wanted a Mercedes, and I wanted a new one. I wouldn't buy a second-hand one. So the first chairman's bonus check we got, it was down to the garage to buy a new Mercedes, and we've had them ever since. Your children, education for your children. These are our grandchildren, and we have supported them for 4 years. Every month they got their pocket money so that they wouldn't have to take a job while they were going through university. So they've graduated now, thank God. It's one bill less that we have to pay, you know. And you see Jordan there. She believes she's going to be the best lawyer in the US, you know. And Devon, I think he will go out. I think I have another picture of him here. He'll go on the mission fields helping. This is him in Haiti. And that's our daughter. We support that charity as well. Herself and her husband go to Haiti a couple of times a year. They're building schools, churches, hospitals. They work very hard towards that. And Shane, works a lot in the Philippines, where he started with one feeding station, and now I don't know how many feeding stations he has. So we support that as well. And I just said to somebody, and I'm not saying this, to boast or brag, but it's what you can do. I said, it was Amanda, I was getting my nails done with Amanda. I said, Amanda, we bought a house today for cash. And she said, you did? I said, yeah, we did, in the Philippines. They're not quite as expensive as the homes here. But we do buy a house every year for a couple who don't have a house. And then with Forever, the Forever Giving. And I'm not saying this to say how great we are. I'm saying what you can do when you're in network marketing. These are the points I'm making. Forever Giving, we've all these amazing trips. They bring us to the best places, give us the helicopter rides and so on. But the best part of it is when we spend a couple of hours packing the food for the hungry. And every country we go to, we get all the business owners give a couple of hours from their trip for this. Isn't that brilliant? That is amazing. And again, is that still up there? There's Peace Wife Nikki in that one there. Okay, remember the fun we had with that? It was absolutely brilliant. So, if you don't have any residual income or passive income, or at least a plan for residual income, you're living a very risky life. And isn't that true in today's world? There's no job secure. There's no business secure. There's no security out there at all. So be smart and don't rely just on one income. You can rely on the forever income once you get it established. So you can travel the world. And I'm so blessed now that our eldest son and youngest son is in our business. That is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think they just got fed up looking at us, traveling the world, being free. And there, our son and his girl, Natalie, working for a boss, and they telling them what to do, when to come, when to go, and so on. And Shane with his business. So isn't this amazing, this statement here? How people think 4 years is a long time to succeed in a business, but think it's all right to stay broke at a job for 40 years. Isn't that amazing? People come into our business, and we've all had them. They come in, and after 4 days, never mind 4 years, 4 days is not working for me. My friend said she heard about that, and it doesn't work. Or my friend won't buy the products. Don't listen. It does take, we do call it the 2 to 5 year plan. And it does take 2 to 5 years to build this business. So don't let anybody, I heard this 40 years ago, never let anybody steal your dream. So in the first place, when you come into network marketing, it's good to have a dream. It's good to have a goal. Because the goals keep you going. The reason I'm here today in network marketing, I had a goal. I saw the life we have today because of network marketing. With the other companies, we didn't achieve those goals. But with Forever, we achieved them in a short space of time, just over a couple of years. We achieved all the things. If we hadn't have had, especially myself, I was a dreamer. I wanted the house in its own grounds. I wanted to drive a Mercedes. I wanted to help our children. And that's what we have done over the years. So you've got to have a goal. And when you have that goal, nothing can stop you. So never let anybody, that's one thing I will say to you, never let anybody steal your dream. This is a simple business. Is it easy? No. If you don't like no's, it's not easy. And that's the only downfall in Forever, is people letting you down. When our son just joined the business last year, he said he couldn't believe that he would make an appointment with somebody and they didn't turn up. Couldn't believe it. Or somebody said they were coming to a meeting and never showed up. Or someone said they'd ring him tomorrow, never rang. Can't believe this. So he said it was an education in people. So that's what forever is about. So, ask yourself, I'm looking up here and I've just realized all this is down there. So do you know something? You don't even have to be clever. All you need is a dream. That's all you need. You need to see yourself. You know, I saw myself. When I would drive a banger of a car, I'd say, oh, you know that song, oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? You know, I would be driving that banger and saying, I love my Mercedes. You know, see yourself traveling the world with forever. See yourself driving the car you want to drive. See yourself living in the house you want to live in. See yourself educating your children the way you want to educate them. Because that's what network marketing does. There's no other business in the world that can give you this freedom. So ask yourself today, if you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be. You don't have to settle for a job or being broke or not being able to do the things you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. And I took this up, Amanda, if you bring that up to me. I learned this. This is a new one for you, I think. I took this from my son last week. He came and he did some training, and I thought this was very good. He said, this white part here is your success day. It's your meetings. It's your reading your books and listening to your CDs. It's the no's you get. It's the disappointments you get. You know, it's the people saying they're going to do the business and then changing their mind. Does that just happen to me? Or happen to anybody else? So this is this bit here. And this bit here is the holidays, the financial freedom, the house you want to live in, the car you want to drive, the charities you want to help, the shop till you drop. Okay? All these things I've spoken about, isn't that much far greater than what you have to go through for a couple of years. What did you say, Paul? You must have saw that video they put up, did you? Oh, that was scary, it was. Yeah, riding a camel, in the helicopter, flying under the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, walking down the streets in Colorado, playing the piano, pianos in the middle of the street, going to the Grand Canyon. Where else? But isn't that far greater, all those things, that journey that you can have, far greater than all the little things that you have to put up with as you go on your journey? Because that's all part of network marketing, okay? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to say to you, nobody's to rob my rope. Just go for it. And like I said, don't let anybody steal your dream. And it just reminded me here. This is one person. One person I sponsored. You know, I can say I. Paddy doesn't like me saying I. Just say this is we. You know, but I sponsored Bridget 15 years ago, 16 years ago. And she sponsored one girl here in Dublin who had no English. And she went to Bangladesh and she spoke to one person. And this is a statement we get from Bangladesh every month of hundreds of euros that we make because of one person, because everybody on these pages we get paid on. One person, okay? Here's the global card. Who loves the global card? If you have business in America, this is one person. There's thousands of dollars on this card right now from one person. Our son started a business just on a year ago. He became manager in 2 months. And every month, hundreds of dollars go on this card. One person. Okay. Marion Fitzgerald. Stand up there, Marion Fitzgerald. Marion Fitzgerald is an amazing lady in our business. Absolutely amazing lady. Stand up all who's downline from Marion Fitzgerald. Everybody downline from Marion Fitzgerald. Okay. Paul, some of you don't know this. Paul, you're downline from Marion Fitzgerald. I'm sure there's more in. Who's downline from Neve and James? Ian and Lisa? Aileen and Seamus? This is one person. So when you're getting the no's from your good friends and your family, think about this. You don't need loads of people. You're just looking for one person. So I just encourage you today, go for it. Work hard. This is a business like any business. You have to go to work. There's nothing for nothing in forever. There's really not. But it's a couple of years against the rest of your life. That's all it is, a couple of years of getting rid of the excuses. You know, I encourage everyone to read The Magic of Thinking Big. And the second chapter in The Magic of Thinking Big is excusitis, the failure disease. So get rid of excuses and just say, yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I am successful. Talk to yourself. Keep telling yourself you're a winner and you're successful because you are, because you're here. Okay? So that's it for today.